Hello to all my beautiful people out there. Hope you guys are doing amazing. This is your friend Ashish, and guys, today we are going to learn a very advanced topic, a very important topic in terms of writing. That is a squinting modifier. A type of a misplaced modifier it is. So we're gonna learn that. It is vital to improve your writing. A lot of people make mistakes about squinting modifiers. So we'll learn that. For that, make sure you watch the video till the end. I'm excited. I know you guys are too. Let's do it. So guys, a squinting modifier is type of a modifier that squints. That means it looks in both the direction. A squinting modifier modifies the word or phrase that comes before it and even after it. And that is why we're calling it a squinting modifier. Because it looks in both the directions at the same time. This is crazy, right? You think about yourself be able to look into two directions and at the same time. That is crazy. And that's exactly what a squinting modifier does. It creates problems in a sentence, right? It creates ambiguity, and that is why it needs to be learnt and handled. So let's look at this sentence. The food that she cooked quickly changed my mood. Do we have a modifier in the first place? Yes, we do. What is that? Quickly, right? Quickly is an adverb of manner, tells you how you do something, right? Now guys, if you look at this sentence carefully, this modifier can modify both the actions, cooked and changed. Now what is it modifying? Is it modifying the action of cooking or the action of changing? She cooked quickly or changed my mood quickly. What is it modifying? That's a very confusing situation to be in, right? So when I speak, I can make you understand which verb it is actually modifying by putting the stress or emphasis on that particular word or phrase, right? So I can say the food that she cooked quickly changed my mood. So here I am focusing on the action of cooking. She cooked quickly, right? The food that she cooked quickly changed my mood. I'm taking a pause after saying she cooked quickly. That means I intend to modify this action, cooking, right? But if I want to modify the action of changing, I'll focus on that. I'll put more stress on that. I'll say the food that she cooked quickly changed my mind. So it is clear by putting the stress on the word that you want to modify or the modifier wants to modify. But it happens when you speak. What happens when you write? You don't know how the reader of your sentence is gonna understand your sentence as, right? The reader might understand your sentence the other way around, right? So that is where you need to take the confusion, take the ambiguity out of your sentence. And how do you do it? How do you treat a misplaced modifier? You place it near to the word or words it actually intends to modify. And that's exactly what we do with a squinting modifier. So how do we correct this statement? If I want to modify the action of cooking, she cooked quickly, all right? I'll place this modifier close to it, which it actually is right now. It is very close to it, just after it. But it is placed in a way that it creates confusion. So now I'm going to place it before this word cooked. So we'll say the food that she quickly cooked changed my mind. Now you know what is this modifier quickly modifying. It's modifying the action of cooking. The food that she quickly cooked changed my mind. All right. Now, if I want to focus on the action of changing, I'll put the modifier at the end of the sentence. We'll say the food that she cooked changed my mood quickly. So that's how you deal with a squinting modifier. Let's look at the next example. Whatever you practice daily changes you. Whatever you practice daily changes you. Again, this is a very confusing situation to be in. What is this word? What is this modifier daily modifying? Is it modifying the action practice or changes? What is happening daily? Practice or changes? Again, when I speak, I can clear the meaning by putting the stress on the verb that I want to modify or this modifier wants to modify, right? Whatever you practice daily changes you, or whatever you practice daily changes you. But again, what happens when you write the sentence? You leave a scope of confusion, right? And that's something we don't want to do. So how do we correct it? Again, if I want to modify the action of practicing, I'll place this modifier before it. I'll say whatever you daily practice changes you. Now, if I want to modify the action of changing, I'll place this modifier at the end of the sentence. Whatever you practice changes you daily, right? Now, what happens daily? Changes you daily. Whatever you practice changes you daily. Now, this modifier daily is modifying the action changes. It changes you daily. In the first example, it modifies the word practice. Whatever you practice daily, whatever you daily practice, that changes you, right? Now guys, look at this sentence. Eating junk food sometimes does not affect your health. Do we have a modifier? Yes, we do. What is that? Sometimes, an adverb of frequency, right? Now guys, look at this sentence carefully. What is this modifier modifying? Is it modifying the phrase eating junk food sometimes, or the phrase does not affect my health sometimes? It creates confusion here. It creates ambiguity. You do not know what is it modifying, right? When you speak, you can make it look visible, but when you write, you simply cannot. So you gotta do something. What are you gonna do? So if you want to modify this phrase eating junk food, we have to place this modifier before this. So we'll say sometimes eating junk food does not affect my health. And if you want to modify the phrase does not affect my health, we have to put it at the end of the sentence. We'll say eating junk food does not affect my health sometimes. So by doing that, you can actually remove the confusion out of your sentence, right? You can make it look better. You can be able to give out the meaning that you want to give out, right? So that's one way to correct it. Now guys, what if I use a comma after the word sometimes? You must have seen a lot of teachers telling you, you must have seen a lot of people doing it. Eating junk food sometimes does not affect my health. Using a comma after this modifier sometimes make the meaning of this sentence look clear, right? Takes out the confusion or the ambiguity out of this sentence. It does, certainly. But by doing that, you violate a very important rule in English grammar, which is you never separate the subject of a sentence using a comma with its predicate. But again, we've seen many people doing it, but this is something I would not recommend you guys to do it. Avoid doing that. Okay. Now I'll tell you one more way to correct a sentence that has a squinting modifier. Having a gerund in the beginning of a sentence. Very important thing. When you have a squinting modifier in your sentence and your sentence starts with a gerund, there is one more way to correct it. What is that? Let's understand it. So you can correct your sentence by making it a complex sentence. Let's do it. And let's not use this modifier for a moment. Okay. So if I eat junk food, it does not affect my health. So now this is a complex sentence. We can clearly see that we have two clauses here. The first one, if I eat junk food, is a dependent clause. And the second one, it does not affect my health, is an independent clause or the main clause. Now it makes our job very easy. Now if you want to modify the first action, you just have to infuse the modifier within the first clause. If you want to modify the second action, you will infuse the modifier in the second clause. Simple, right? Let's do it. If I eat junk food sometimes, it does not affect my health. It makes the meaning of the sentence very clear. Sometimes here is modifying the action eating junk food. If I do this action, that too sometimes. If I do it sometimes, it does not affect my health. Now, if I want to modify the second action, I'll place this modifier in the second clause. If I eat junk food, it does not affect my health sometimes, right? Now, this modifier sometimes is modifying the action affecting. It does not affect my health, that too sometimes, right? Sometimes it does, sometimes it does not. This is a very easy way to correct a squinting modifier. My favorite way to do it because it makes your job very easy. It makes the sentence look better. It makes the sentence look clear. Alright guys, let's take one more example. Not listening to your wife sometimes puts you in danger. Now the very first question is, do we have a squinting modifier here? If we do, what is that? And how to correct this sentence? That's a task for you. Pause the video right now. Find the squinting modifier here and correct the sentence right in the comment section below. So I hope you guys have done it. I hope you found this lesson helpful. I hope you found this lesson interesting. If you did, give it a like, give it a thumbs up, and if you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel and do not keep the information with you. Do not keep the knowledge with you. Share it with the people you know, share it with your friends, share it with your family. Alright, and I'll see you very soon with a new topic. Till then, keep learning, have fun. I'm out.